number one is your spouse has to be like 100% on board. He or she is the center, right? She's the one right in front of you. She's handing you the ball. If you're not aligned in terms of like what that vision is and the objectives, I mean, it's going to go, ball's going to go right over your head and, you're going to get sacked. So number one, it's having your wife on board and both being on point. Number two is your partner. I think this is like your running back. This is the guy, right next to you, side by side, going through. And I think it's critical to have a partner with a yin and a yang skill sets. Like if you're both really good at one thing, and weak in another, maybe that's not a great fit versus you're very analytical, whatever, you get into the numbers, and your partner maybe is this more the sales guy, the front man, the one that can, talk all day and you guys can work together. So part of that is either, hopefully someone within your organization already who you've got, or you're kind of going out and at least trying to find that person who can complement your skill sets. And I look at like, accountant and attorney as two of the guards, right there to help protect you. Even like an attorney. So we're working on this deal now that to buy this business. And the guy is using a generalist, like this generalist attorney who probably does slip and falls and, businesses and estates. Like he'll do anything somebody pays him for. Right. But like, when you're doing a merger, you're buying somebody, there's just like specific language in these contracts that you have to kind of understand. And he doesn't understand it. So he's given his client, the guy I'm trying to buy it from, extremely bad advice that is going to totally wreck the deal. Like if he doesn't change his position on this, we're not going to do it. And he's not going to be able to even sell this to anybody based on what he's asking, because it's completely ridiculous. And so, I look at that and like, this guy wants to get out. We're going to pay him a premium. Like this is going to be a good deal for this guy. And he's going to completely blow it because, he even tells, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trusting my attorney. And I'm trying to tell him, man, like he's giving you bad advice. Like you don't know what you're doing. He doesn't know what he's doing here, but of course he doesn't want to listen to me. So I think that like having that attorney is critical and somebody who's like in the field that you want to be in. So if you if you're in the business like me of buying other businesses, on our side, we need an attorney who's good at mergers and acquisitions. He knows how to write purchase agreements. He knows how to write notes. We do a lot of seller financing where we'll buy the business and the seller will become the bank basically. And, we'll pay him a low down payment and monthly payments similar to what you do in real estate. You can do it in businesses. And so, for me, I want a team that's like very good at all that stuff. They know it inside and out. They know the potholes to watch out for. They know where I'm going to get burned and they care about protecting me versus, I have a generalist. Yeah, I can write you a note. Yeah, I can download like a note contract from the internet, but they don't know what they're going to do and they're going to wreck the deal and they're going to break it. Like I mentioned before. So I think that's key in the attorney, how to find a good one. I mean, I would start, especially if you're in the real estate space, meetups, even looking online, bigger pockets. Like there's lots of resources out there if you're looking for a good attorney, especially for, recommendations of other people, in the business. A lot of them can work. They don't have to be local. They don't have to be in your backyard, but they have to obviously know that the law is applicable to whatever state you're in. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like couldn't agree more with like finding someone specialized. Our attorney, that's all he does. All he does is syndications. That's his thing. He's super, super good at it. He keeps up with SEC regulations. And like, I've heard of people kind of undercutting that. Like, okay, well, I can find a cheaper attorney. Like I got this friend, like that's fine. But again, like that's such an important piece to the deal because these people, especially like attorneys, they're there for like the worst case scenario. That's basically like an operating agreement. Hopefully you really don't ever have to use it. But when you do, it's usually in a tough situation, So like they have knowledge and experience in why the things are written the way they are. Because like when things are going well, you might as well throw the operating agreement in the trash.
It's when you need it. That's when it matters the most. It's like, we tell people like, it's like when they buy tires, all tires are the same until it's, going 70 mile an hour in the rain. You got to like come to a quick stop. That's when, a Michelin is going to perform better than like the $50 cheap, Chinese tire. It's all the same until there's an emergency, then it matters. And like, but that's when it matters the most. It's the same with legal docs. So
yeah, and I love the football analogy. It like makes it so clear, So like I'll just say the Broncos just got Russell Wilson, so I'm like pretty excited for NFL this year. We might actually be good.
Tons of good changes. Even their specialty, like so we're now going through process of setting up some high level asset protection on a personal level, and like we talked to our initial attorney about it, but we also talked to other people through GoBundance and got a recommendation of a guy who does the same. This is all he does is asset protection. He works, he's got contacts in, Caymans and other ways to do high level stuff. He works with billionaires, right? It's a premium, service, but he's like, He's like one of the best in the world, or at least in our circle at this specific thing. So, we're willing to pay a premium and work with somebody who, like you said, this is all they do. We know he's going to know all these tricks and ins and outs because it's all he does every single day. Not my mergers and acquisitions guy, but it's all he does. So I think sometimes like it's okay to spread it around and work with different people if they come highly recommended and if you're confident they know what they're going to do.
I love it.
So,
Brian, we're actually going to run out of time here. So we're going to switch gears to the mindset piece of this. I'm going to fire a bunch of questions at you.